Well, Lisa, thank you for joining me, and here we are, another IMEX. How's it been for yourself?
I think it's been really fascinating to see how much interest there is right across the board. You know, we've been seeing people coming into our stand at 100% Pure New Zealand who perhaps have never considered New Zealand as an option in the past, and we've been having some really good, meaningful conversations. So I think IMEX has been really successful.
Fantastic. And you've obviously got your own event coming up, which is in Aotearoa for this year. How's that coming along?
Coming along really well. Sold out, record number of stands, record number of new exhibitors as well. I think it's a really good sign that business events in New Zealand certainly is maturing, and we've got large number of hosted buyers, most hosted buyers we've had before. So again, what it's telling us is that the interest, not only domestically but obviously internationally as well, is very, very strong.
Fantastic. And what's the state of the market like at the moment in New Zealand? What's the market for events like?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've just gone through an election, and elections always make things a little bit, unpredictable. But I think as we're starting to come through that, like many other countries, New Zealand's had its fair share of economic challenges to weather. We've also had our own fair share of weather issues to weather as well, and certainly last year that was a challenge for us. So I would say that what people are doing right now is they're looking future. They're certainly looking forward. When it comes to doing things like events. So we've perhaps noticed a little bit of softness in the past, but we are starting to see that fade, especially moving into the latter part of 24 and definitely going into 25.
So, I mean, it's an exciting time now that you have a choice of convention centres now, from Te Pai and Te Kina, and obviously NZICC next year. So there are a lot more options to look at.
Oh, we are spoiled for choice. We really, really are. And I mean, it's exciting. And what you'll see as well is alongside that is other infrastructure starting to develop as well. So for example, with NZICC next year, we're also undergoing major transformation out at our airport to be able to accommodate more flights, more people coming through, and getting people, quickly into Auckland as we can. And of course, we've always had good connections down into Wellington and Christchurch as well.
You have to touch on that in terms of the connectivity, that you're seeing an increasing number of airlines coming in.
Yes, we have, absolutely. And I think, again, what it's doing is it's just creating that demand, because we now have these incredible facilities to talk about, and to encourage people to come and visit, and wonderful places like Wellington and Christchurch. So depending on what you're looking for, whether it be a large association conference venue or something a little bit more exclusive like an incredible incentive destination, I think what we're proving is that New Zealand really does have that variety now, which is so exciting for us.
Oh, absolutely. And you're very strong in terms of embracing sort of your cultural heritage, the indigenous culture.
Yes.
How important is that, and in terms of in introducing that into your events as well?
It underpins everything. It's the one thing that New Zealand has that no one else in the world has, and our culture is really precious to us. And the values of our culture is also, ingrained into everything we do. So manaakitanga, for example, where we offer hospitality and care for our visitors. I think that any of the delegates, anyone who comes to visit New Zealand for a business event, they'll certainly feel that, and they'll feel the care that's taken in the produce that is being served for any of the catering aspects of the event. And also the other one is tiaki, and I'm wearing the tiaki symbol. And tiaki means the guardianship of the country. So we're actually asking our visitors to join us in taking care of the land that they're coming to visit. So making sure that we keep it clean, we keep it green, that we don't take anything we shouldn't, we leave it as it was. And I think that's, our visitors are really receptive of that, and they're respectful of that as well. So it's something that we're very proud of.
Yeah, and that obviously you just mentioned the sustainability. That's obviously a huge part of the industry now. How do you embrace that, and how do you bring that in, or do you have do you have a guideline that you sort of ask the rest of the sort of convention bureaus, the cities to work with on that? Or?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the one of the beauties of having 3 brand new convention centres is that they're also purpose-built around the sustainability requirements. We can't get away from the fact that, perhaps unless you live in Australia, we're a long way from other parts of the world. You've got to fly to come and see us. That's the way it is. What we'd like to think is though it was a worthwhile trip, and that what we're going to help you do when you get to New Zealand is we're going to help you reduce any impact you may have had by creating events that certainly respect that ethos. We're really proud of the work that we're doing down in New Zealand when it comes to sustainability. We're really proud of the work that we're doing when it comes to things like bringing more organics through, different policies and venues, how we get people around, really thinking these things through. So for us, it's about reduction as opposed to just, trying to offset. But offsetting is important as well, and we certainly have policies around that.
And it helps having a venue like Te Pae, which has a 0 carbon footprint already.
Isn't that incredible? Which is, it's a huge start for so many people, and it's just wonderful. We're really, really lucky.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And for the year ahead, how does that look, apart from just obviously your own? There are some big events coming in, the international market, increasingly important.
Absolutely. Well, the other thing is we recently just presented to the industry the National Strategic Direction for Business Events for New Zealand. It's called Piata Mai, and Piata Mai is a terminology that was given to us. It means shining bright, and it kind of encapsulates beautifully, I think, where the industry's going. It's so bright. There's so much to look forward to. And within that strategy, there's different pillars or different areas of focus, including things like sustainability, the inclusion of Te Ao Māori into what we do, things like funding, things like data. But it's also about how do we make sure that we give our visitors that exclusive, unique New Zealand experience every time that they leave. We want them to come back with their friends. So I think the future for New Zealand has never shone more brightly. We're in a great place, and we just invite everyone to come and see us.
That's it, and a decent rugby team.
That makes me cry. So we're still suffering a little bit from the World Cup, but we'll get over it because there's plenty more World Cups where that came from.
Just lastly, I think obviously event legacy impact is crucial in terms of events are very crucial in terms of helping build the economy as well. Have you seen any sort of change since COVID in terms of the impact that the events are having now compared to that?
Yeah,
times even?
I think perhaps some of the things that we're really looking at when we have conferences coming into New Zealand is to really understand how they can help either community or the industry that they're there to talk about or to gather about, where the legacy opportunities are. How we're doing a lot of work at the moment with government on understanding not just the economic benefits of business events, but the other social benefits and environmental benefits as well that these events do deliver. We've got a very engaged minister for tourism and other ministers who are also very keen to understand more. We obviously have a very engaged Prime Minister who has been involved in the tourism industry in the past, understands what it means to bring people to the country. He loves our industry. He's a big fan. So I think moving forward, you will see us doing a lot more work in that legacy space, but also working in alliance or working in alignment with government on what some of the important policies are for them as well, where we can try and fill some gaps.
That's good. Having that government support on your side is important. That's crucial. Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for giving you an update on what's going on in the New Zealand event side of things. So appreciate your time and wish you a safe journey home.